Thanks for stopping in. These woke companies just can't help themselves. They see an opportunity to increase their ESG score, and they go for it every time. And I'm just glad to say that I don't hold much stock, and I don't have to worry about some woke CEO making a decision similar to what Bud Light and Target and others have done recently by making certain decisions that aren't necessarily in the best interest for their customers. It makes you wonder why, right? Well, I can tell you why. It's because they're trying to hit numbers to get their ESG score, right. Which should be concerning to all of us, considering a society based off of social credit scores is not a free society, right? You're not free if you're a slave to a social credit score system. Like I said, they can't help themselves, and we have this one from the Daily Wire. Another razor company slammed after showcasing trans model with chest scars, because that's what we all want to see. The razor manufacturing company Braun is being slammed for a shockingly immoral promo featuring a shirtless woman who identifies as transgender and has visible mastectomy scars. The Telegraph reported on Monday that the UK branch of the grooming company has featured a woman identifying as a man to model the company's Series X hybrid trimmers. The female model appeared to have undergone a double mastectomy, a procedure frequently done when women who identify as men have their breasts removed to look less feminine. Now, I'm not going to show the picture. There's a tweet you can see here. Billboard Chris posted it on X, so you can go find that there if you really want to see it, right? This type of thing is so unnecessary, especially for a razor company, because they already have a customer base of men and women. I shouldn't have to elaborate any further than that, and I won't, but they have everybody already as customers. So this is just a virtue signal for ESG score. They want to improve their DE&I and ESG, and that is just another company expressing where their loyalties lie. People should really be concerned about this type of stuff, in my opinion. The good thing is there's other options still to go and buy your razors from. Jeremy's Razors here from the Daily Wire. I'm reading their article. Promoting the removal of healthy breast tissue is not only shockingly immoral, but against advertising standards guidance to not glamorize or trivialize cosmetic surgery. Maya Forstater, I'm so bad at names, especially last names. I don't know why. Why can't people just have or easy last name like Smith or Johnson or something like that, The executive director of Sex Matters told The Telegraph, the campaign perpetuates the terrible lie that women can become men if they have their breasts removed and take hormones. That's a quote. Braun executives must have been living under a rock if they think that this campaign represents inclusivity. The reality is that Braun has now written itself into history as promoting social contagion and what will become of one of the most notorious medical scandals, she added. What my kind of opinion is, when history looks back at this era, they're going to see it as a time where we allowed mutilation of the children, where society welcomed it and allowed it. And, it's a shame. And hopefully we grow past it with as minimal damage as possible. The photo is one of several used to promote the company's new line of hybrid trimmers in the UK, and visible scar marks can be seen on the model's chest. The US website for Braun does not yet offer the same products that the woman was used to promote. The company appears to have worked with the woman before, as an unlisted YouTube ad from December 22 for the Braun Series X shows the model seems to go by the name Michael, but has not yet been further identified. So it's not misgendering because we don't know what the person wants to be called. They haven't said, right? They're not identified. I'm just reading the article. The Daily Wire reached out to Braun UK for further comment on the model in the ad. Braun is just the latest grooming company to face backlash for its promotion of transgender ideology. Calls to boycott Harry's Razors came earlier this year after it partnered with a woman who identified as a man and who has had her breast removed. Braun having literally followed the same track that Harry's did as the same type of company. They're conscious of this decision, and this is what they want, and they're willing to take the backlash. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense for a CEO to do this when they represent shareholders and things like that. In today's world, who knows? Who knows, right? So Harry's had previously publicly attacked and pulled advertising from the Daily Wire after host Michael Knowles made comments critical of transgender ideology, in part leading Daily Wire co-founder Jeremy Boring to launch Jeremy's Razors. Braun's parent company is Procter & Gamble, which has promoted transgender ideology and pushed corporate diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. Last year, the company posted a testimony from a male employee talking about medical procedures he wanted to look more feminine. He spoke of going through facial electrolysis and used bandages and compression tops to bind his newly feminized chest to hide his transition. That came after Procter & Gamble partnered with leftist organization GLAAD on the Visibility Project, a campaign to drive and sustain LGBTQ inclusion in advertising and marketing launched in November 2021. And if I remember correctly, it has something to do with the Target issues we had this year. I think one of the guys at Target has to do with this GLAAD company or something, the GLAAD organization. Another Procter & Gamble company, Gillette, featured a young girl who identified as a boy learning to shave her face alongside her father. Now, I don't know if I vilify that little part. A kid being curious, shave your face like your dad. That's not that abnormal, right? Hopefully they practice with a, fake little plastic razor like I had when I was a kid when I practiced next to my dad. I don't know. I learned it wasn't as fun as it looked. I wonder if she learned the same thing. But anyways, I'll go ahead and wrap it up there. Another woke company to add to the list. Thankfully, I don't shave, so I don't have to worry about this one. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one.